What are you gonna do when you live in a shoe? Well, you move to a boot and get laced. How's it going, everybody? It's Jay from Simple Woods Life. What's the hip? What's the hap? What's the howdy do? Look at this. And I just started strapping stuff to this thing until there was no more room to strap stuff to it. Because oh, we're going camping, you and me. It's gonna be awesome. Beautiful day. Oh my goodness. Sun's out, guns out, bud. I went out earlier today and I gave it a little bit of a once over just to sort of clean it all up, make it real nice like. And I also split a bunch of wood and I loaded up the lean-to out there. So we've got all our gear. The trail is clear and we're gonna make our way out into the woods. We've got some great food to cook. Hope. I've done it on a charcoal barbecue. Theoretically, I can do it on the fire. Come on, man. Let's go camping, everybody. Hammock camping, hammock camping, camping for you and me. Doodly deedly. Let's go have some fun. We're having fun in the sun because we're going camping. Who's ready for some camping? So I'm not a lightweight camper. Coming out for the night, I've got a bunch of thermals and some heavier sweaters and like woolly socks. And then I brought my little, my little knife for, whittling, if you wanted to whittle. Things like that. Gee, she's warm out though. So we're gonna be hammock camping tonight. So normally if I was doing my tent, I'd like the little tent, the little pup tent, I'd put it over here. The big ass Coleman one, I've actually never camped out here with that. And I'll probably have to get a chainsaw out and take care of all this over here before I do. Holy cow. Because it's one of those big, 2-bedroom jobbies. Ridiculously massive. But I mean, at one point we had like, 2 kids, us, the dog, like, I think with the hammock, I'd like to set it up over here. I really would. Because I think that's a beauty spot. But I'm a little worried with the fire pit. I'm going to be burning cedar and pine tonight, so snap, crackle, and pop, right? I don't want to burn holes into my hammock, into my rain fly. Usually I'll put it between these two. I might have to move the quad, but ain't no thing. Yeah, I don't think we need to overthink this. Let's get set up. Looking pretty cozy to me. So something I thought was common knowledge. I was talking with one of the folks that works down at the butcher, and it wasn't. They were saying, oh, I love spring, but the bugs come out and it's brutal. And I was like, well, that's why you got your thermocell. Didn't know what a thermocell was. Now, we've been using these in the duck blind since, I don't know, 10 years now. Basically, it's this, I think it's some kind of propane. You screw that in the bottom. Maybe it's not propane, but it's some kind of gas. And then you've got these little pads that are covered in mosquito no-no juice. So you slide that over this metal tray. Zoinks. Put this lid back on. Zoinks. Turn it on. You hear it? And then once that's glowing red down the middle, this is going to, it's going to keep the mosquitoes away. And it really does. We've been sitting in the blind, had one of these between us and you're just a dome of mosquitoes around it. They have nicer versions. We have a nicer version for the patio. Kind of looks like a nice pillar candle. Yeah, if you don't know about Thermacell, Thermacell it up. If you live in the woods like we do, this might be the only way to get your wife to hang out with you on the patio. We got 2 things we need to do because the fire's lit. Aha, let's see. I have a selection of cold beverages. I'm thinking I'll go with our friend, the Moosehead. He's never let us down.
Another one brings a moose.
Oh, what a sound. Cheers, everybody. Cheers to camping. All right, what do we got going on here? Well, let me tell you what we got going on. There's a man named Ryan Dish Outdoors. Has a couple of great little dogs, Harry and Wally. I noticed he was making basically charcuteries when he would go truck camping. So I was telling Miss Lady about it last year, and we came up with
campcuterie,
which is just the same thing. So let's see what we got going on today, because it's going to be a special kind of day. I brought a couple of essentials from the lodge. Oh, did I buy some fresh Canadian cheese curds? Oh, yes I did. Oh, what's this? Oh, I'm sorry. The finest pepperoncinis known to mankind. Oh, and a little bit of mustard. And over here, in our little dry cooler, we've got dill, sea salt, and olive oil Triscuits. I love me some Triscuits. And some chorizo that is even marked charcuterie. So, you know right off the top, you're making the best choices.
Red alert! I forgot my Dunn's pickled peanuts.
I've even brought fancy little cutleries. There isn't many crackers left, so it's a good thing it's charcuterie for one. There's nothing nicer in the woods than having something to eat and just enjoying the outdoors. I gotta be careful because I will absolutely eat this entire thing, and then I'll regret that later. So, let's see. We're gonna just give it a couple of nice cuts. I mean, this part should probably. Well, they're not even cuts, but they are cuts nonetheless. Ooh, that's spicy. I think 5 is a fine number for charcuterie. What do you guys think? Do you think that's good? I'm gonna have a little bit of old style mustard, and I'm not gonna do it on all of them. I'm just gonna do it on a couple of them because I want each bite to be its own little journey. Its own little journey. Each bite is a journey in and amongst itself. And we'll have our olives. I mean, I don't know why I'm being so delicate here because it's just me. That olive tried to get away from me. Get back here, olive. These are the olives with the pimentos in them, and I like those just fine. That's a lot of olives. Oh, some pepperoncinis. Where's the big one? There we go. That's a nice size one. These are just the same as the orange ones, except they haven't added orange. You kids like the charcuteries? We need a whole lot of mustard. Let's get some of this cheese curdness. We'll treat ourselves to a grape. Grapey. Pepperoncini. Well, this is just delicious. We're having ourselves a campcuterie in the woods, and we're gonna let that fire do its thing. I gotta get it down to coals. Nothing quite like a little bit of. I got the Thermacell going, bud. You don't realize? And I mean, you don't have to make little sandwiches, do you? Like, it doesn't have to be done. It doesn't have to be done. Doesn't that look like a delicious bite? I mean, it's far too big. I think I'm gonna have to theme my campcuterie next time. This is just a hodgepodge, and that's fine.
Big campcuterie plans to follow.
I'm purposefully letting that not get too heavy because I just want the coal base.
Hi everybody, I'm out in the woods.
I just put it up before I came out. So ceremoniously, when I launch a new video, I open up a steam whistle. And I like to watch it. So if you see all those views on a video, one of them is mine. I hope you're not judging me because I'm having a beer in front of a campfire watching myself out in the woods. Oh, my shorts have disintegrated. That's my pocket. They're so threadbare that they just... So, I'll have to adjust the camera angle so I'm not flashing any skin. I did bring along a nearly identical pair of shorts, so perhaps I'll change. Right now, I'm still fussing with this fire, trying to get a coal base going. So, I want to get this sort of as even heat as I can. I saw a very cool thing, and it was like a barbecue grill that came across here, dropped down, and then sat on top of this. But it said sold out. I didn't even know. I don't even know how much it cost. This is getting, you know, obviously I'm gonna have to come out and season that again. I wouldn't want to cook meat on it right now. I use my little grill basket a lot. Just trying to concentrate, building up a real nice coal base here. And I don't know why I chose to make the dinner I'm making, but I did. I could have just done hots or hams, you know? No, can't do hots or hams, Jay. Gotta get snazzy. Oh, but I want flavor. No. No. Yeah, well, you might be getting nothing. No. Maybe it'll work out. I don't know. Maybe it will. And maybe it'll be delicious. And maybe you'll watch it and go, holy cow, I can do that kind of stuff, because look at this jackass. Right? And wouldn't that be a thing? Wouldn't that be a thing if that was the thought of somebody else? Right? Because that's why I started doing this stuff, because I was watching so many silly channels and different things, and you know, sometimes I'd watch YouTube because I needed to learn how to do something. And sometimes I'd just watch a guy talking about a lawnmower I don't even own and how to fix the carburetor. And it dawned on me one day, I'm like, I just built a woodshed, and I just built a barbecue deck, and I just assembled a blah, 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 and I got a big fire thing that I'm blowing weeds out of the driveway with, man. Like, I could do this. So, hey, I'm passing it on, if that's, I don't know if that's the right expression, but this is where we are. We're waiting to get this going. It's still quite nice out. Getting a little darker in the woods. Temperature's dropping a little bit. We're pushing about 8 o'clock, which means back at the lodge, Millie's looking for dinner. You think we can burn all that wood tonight? Oh, it depends. Millie hasn't let me sleep in until, I don't know what, maybe 5:15 is the, ever since the birds started chirping early, and we don't have drapes. Why would you have drapes? She's doing this 5 o'clock thing now, where like one bird's like,
that's a genius idea. I'm up too. Hey, everybody, get up, 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 get up.
Believe it or not, the bugs are so bad. I've lit picks because I'm covered in bug spray. I've got the thermocell going, and I had to get a little fancy because I don't have the metal stands. You know, those are the first things you lose when you open up a brand new pack of mosquito coils. Did you know that mosquitoes are Canada's national bird? So tonight's dinner, we're eating like Europeans, eh? From what I understand in the movies, is that in Europe, they eat very late. Dinner could be at 10 or 11. 9:42. I don't know if I look insane, because I just have this giant square light looking at me. Hi. It's just a giant square light. And it's on the lowest setting. So, I brought the Weber Kettle grill. We are doing grilled chicken wings with Alabama white sauce. Do you know about the Alabama white sauce? Because if you do, then you know why I'm making Alabama white sauce. And if you don't know, imagine a barbecue sauce, except it's white and it's way better. Got a couple of pounds of chicken wings there from the butcher. Just a simple brine, 4 tablespoons of salt, tablespoon of fresh peppercorns, 5 cloves of garlic smashed, a teaspoon of honey, and then I used just over a quart of water, 4 cups, just to cover the wings. And then I put that in the fridge for like 30 hours. I don't know if that's too long. After we were done with the brining, I put together the Alabama white sauce, which is like mayonnaise, apple cider vinegar. I used a spicy mustard, brown sugar, lemon juice, Worcestershire, hot sauce, garlic powder, onion powder, cayenne pepper, salt and pepper, and of course, horseradish. And then mixed that all, I patted all the wings dry. I got them all nice and dry like. Then I made myself a little Cajun seasoning, little Cajun-y cage. I'm not a big proponent of like finding out who has the best kind, but I am a big proponent of like, I've got ingredients, why don't I find a recipe and make it myself? You know, put on my gloves and got them all seasoned up, real nice like. So that's where we went. That's the thought. Not sure how that's gonna work on a chicken wing, but you know what? It's all about finding out, okay? Honestly though, why I didn't just make some wonderful hot dogs. I was at the butcher's, that's where I bought the chicken wings, and he had bison sausage. I could have got a bison sausage and, you know, cut up some cheddar, toasted a nice bun, maybe, you know, a little mustard or something. I go, oh, a nice bit of red onion. Huh? Or I could have made an aioli. That would have been an idea.
No.
Could have done that. But no, I was like, hey, you know what I should do? Chicken wings over an open fire with Alabama white sauce and a Cajun seasoning after I brine them for 30 hours.
No.
That's what you do, right? It's simple woods life. Okay, all right, like, okay. So the simple part of the simple woods life is that over the past 7 or 8 years, I've taught myself how to cook. Just recipes and videos and watching junk. And by no means do I consider myself a cook. I do enjoy it. So I like to try, and one of my first campouts in this campsite, I made carne asada with like a fresh mojo. Anyway, whatever. Hopefully it'll be okay. Because if not, I might have to crack open my breakfast ingredients. What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do, eh? We're out in the woods. Weird thing is, I don't hear any crickets. That's really weird to me. So is that like some sort of an ominous foreshadowing? No crickets, no frogs. Usually I hear like, I don't know. We'll see what we see. It would be awesome if I could make it through the night not getting mauled by something. Something what lives in the dark. You know, I was just thinking to myself, what if I brought out some kind of a lid for this fire pit? And then I could direct heat and yada yada yada, and realized I might as well just start bringing out the Weber kettle. I don't think we'll do that. Fresh out of the cooler. While the wings are cooking, I brought along a book to read. I mean, I've read this a million times. This is one of those great books where you just look through it as you want to. It's called Compact Cabins, and there's 62 plans in here, and then sort of information about foundations and septic and things like that. So, I don't know what I was just, because we're doing the snug at some point, and I'm trying to keep it, trying to keep the snug simple. But yeah, I just love looking at some of these designs, micro cabins, outdoor closets. I'm such a sucker for an A-frame, even though, like, it is some of the worst used space on the planet. Like, if you build it small, this one's 288 square feet. God bless them. It's just, but I love the look. I've always loved the look. An Adirondack twig cabin, 323 square feet, full kitchen, full bath, sleeps 4 to 6, and has a fireplace. Like, come on, man. How cool is that? And they used to build this kind of stuff just because, like, hey, we got to make it through the winter, bruh. And now everybody's forgotten how to do everything. I've got about 10 minutes on the chicken, then I flip it, I got another 10. That's if I was doing it on a barbecue. I'm not entirely sure how long I've got over a fire, but I'm gonna look at this and then enjoy a cold beer, and I'll catch you guys in a couple of minutes, yeah? I still don't hear crickets, but I am hearing coyotes. Is that because coyotes like chicken wings? I've got about half of them out. And then the rest are sitting over there. These ones are all, I had to check the temperature every individual wing. Let's find out. Uh-huh. Oh, wow. That's phenomenal. They're super juicy. There's a nice level of heat. And the Alabama white sauce is insanely delicious. If you like spice, but not like a smacky in the face spice, it's perfect. I take back my should have done hots and hams. This was a smart move. Very smart. Sounds like somebody wants my chicken wings. Morning, everybody. That was a great sleep. The birds have gently coaxed me awake this morning. Tweet, tweet. Tweet, tweet. Tweedly-too. Well, the coffee's on. I forgot butter. But that's okay. I can't believe I forgot butter. But you know what? We're gonna make do, you and me and you. A little bit of cheese. And this is what I like to call a breakfast sandwich. It's my own invention. I invented it, everybody. And I've got tomato slices. Now imagine if I also had butter. Sometimes I'll put an egg on that, and it's quite delicious. A cheese and tomato is a sandwich on an English muffin. And I've brought just the tiniest little bit of kosher salt and fresh ground black pep, because, you know, bougie in the woods. I find that it really brings out the brightness of the tomato. I really do. I just was saying it out loud. Saying it out loud makes me giggle. Haha. And then today, I feel like doing something a little tropical. Melinda and I are going to enjoy my English muffin with a nice habanero mango sauce. You guys like the habanero mango sauce? Oh, Jay does. He likes it. He likes a little bit on his tomato.
And then he likes the bunch right over here so we can dip in it.
And that's how you do that. I don't care who you are. I don't care who you are. Oh, and I've also made a mess. Hey, what are you gonna do? That's why pencils have erasers, kids. And that's why Jay brings shop towels to the campsite. What can you do when you live in a shoe? I think we've had this conversation, haven't we? Made far too much coffee. Forgot my butter. But does it matter? Does it matter, gang? Or is it just that we're here together in the woods, and that's what makes it cool? Just having my coffee and I'm looking around here. I haven't really looked at the damage from the storm. I mean, in the case of like what trails I have to clean up, but like I haven't really just looked in the bush, and it is brutal. And I've got a bit of a morbid curiosity now. We've got a bit of time to kill. So maybe I get on the quad, swing back to the lodge, grab my helmet, and serendipitously give myself a zip-zap down some trails. Because man, if it's like this here, what's it like in the rest of the woods? Just kind of want to go for a bike ride. You hear that? You hear that little bush chicken beating his wings, looking for a lady? Looking for love in the forest, little bush chicken, he's looking for a gal. Yeah, we should totally go for a quad ride. Just a quick one. And then we'll come back here and we'll clean up and we'll have ourselves a, you know, a nice time. was fun. We've still got time left in the day. I'm gonna have a cottage lager. A cottage lager. Or as they might say, a camp lager. Because cottage becomes camp the further north you go. True story. Thanks for coming along, everybody. Thanks for coming out for a camp with me, everyone. 2025 Hammock Camp. First inaugural camp of the season. First inaugural hammock camp of the season. First time cooking chicken wings of the season. First time drinking a beer out of this cooler of the season. A lot of firsts. You and I, we've had a lot of firsts in the last 24 hours. I'm probably gonna have to take it easy, okay? I'm well versed in just, I can handle it. But I don't want you to get overwhelmed. So I want you to just chill a little bit, take it easy, because it's been a lot of firsts. A lot of firsts. First time wearing that helmet of the season. There's another one, right? First time wearing this t-shirt, these shorts, those shoes, and this hat combo. There's a lot of firsts. We've broken some pretty big ground. We have broken some pretty big ground. I mean, we just started out camping, and then now we have a series of firsts. We could have a plaque on the wall. Like, we did that together. That was our adventure. And that's powerful. That's powerful stuff. I want to thank you for coming along with me as we had that adventure. That's not something you can do it solo. Absolutely you can, but it's not something you want to do solo, right? You want to have your friends. And, we started this morning making coffee, and now here we are. Just at if each one was a trophy, our next project would be building an elaborate display case, because there would be so many trophies of our firsts that we achieved together. So, you think about that, right? If you're having a little bit of a bad time today, you think about that. You think about all those firsts and you go, look what I did.